Hello, Pedro. Nice to see you again.
Hi, Agatha. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you very much. Today, again, I would like to ask you about VDA 6.3. This question is really very basic because this is for especially informative for the people who do not have a lot of experiences with working with VDA 6.3 process audit. So let's maybe clarify a little bit the structure, the idea of VDA 6.3.
Okay.
Will you?
If I may, Agatha, first to make a very important comment. VDA 6.3, we're talking about a process audit, okay? So many people may think that VDA 6.3 might be a replacement for IATF, or there are several topics that are the same as IATF, but in fact they are two distinct types of audit. IATF is a system audit where we are going to approach the entire organization from a management point of view, from a quality management system point of view. Here for VDA 6.3, and let me share also my screen, we will be talking about the manufacturing process itself, and we will be talking about the several support process that make possible that manufacturing process. As you can see here in the slide, you can see in the top of the slide, you can see what we can call the product life cycle. So entirely and from the beginning of a development stage, award of a contract, going to the product and process development, reaching SOP, and then production and service life. We can talk about the MLA, maturity level assurance, also volume from VDA. And you can see here from maturity level 2, where the project starts for the supplier, up to maturity level 7, when the project is finished. And you can see here roughly a correlation in between the process elements of VDA 6.3 from P2 to P7. So the VDA 6.3 itself deploys itself according to the life cycle of the product. We will have the so-called process elements, okay? Each process element will focus on a specific topic of the product life cycle, and along that it will cover the entire product life cycle. One can say that, okay, but from P2, the project management, or P3, the early stages of product and process development, to P4, the later stages of product and process development that will lead us to the SOP, one can say, oh, but that is relatively similar to IATF 8.1, 8.2, 8.3. Yes, that's correct, as it is correct that P5 is somehow correlated with 8.4, and that P6 and P7 will be correlated with 8.5, 8.6, 8.7, 9, 10 clauses in the IATF. But here we are auditing for a specific manufacturing process that will be covered with P5, P6, P7. But to have this manufacturing process, we have to have a development phase, of course. So we will be much more focused on the operational activities. We will not be so much worried with the KPIs for the process development process in the organization. We will be auditing a project directly, and we will be auditing it in a way that it's the support, or it is the start for the manufacturing process that we are going to audit later. When we are talking about P5, P6, P7, so supply management, our production, and then the customer service, we will be down on the shop floor. We'll be auditing the assembly, the manufacturing, the several technologies. And of course, that for those to exist, we need also support processes. Laboratory, human resources, maintenance, development, as we saw already, several other topics. So a VDA 6.3 audit will go deep on these details, needs to go directly to the shop floor, and needs to go also to those supporting processes that allow the manufacturing process. So this type of process audit, it's not filling in a questionnaire, that we still see that. It's not just to go from P2, 2.1 to P7, 7.5, and filling it in a row. A process audit like this is to follow the manufacturing process, is to follow what is happening at shop floor level and at support processes level, and based on the findings that we gather during the audit, then yes, to evaluate those findings, filling in the report and coming to a conclusion. So it's very important for people to tell apart what is a system audit and a process audit, and then a product audit, of course, but also to see the VDA 6.3 as an audit and not only as a checklist, which it is not. It is a process audit based on the process approach from the automotive industry.
Exactly. I really like this, that you emphasize that actually VDA 6.3 process audit has a really very wide scope, in fact, because it's not only the value adding in the process steps for creating a product, yes, but also we are touching a lot of supporting functions. This is in contradiction to IATF, because when we are auditing actually in IATF as system processes, we are concentrated on these processes, of course, with the interactions to other processes, but still it is more concentration on the process. But here it's much wider scope.
And detailed as well, detailed in terms of the technologies that we are going to audit.
Exactly. And also I really like this picture, because this is presenting the life cycle, yes, so the value creation for the customer, and VDA MLA is just a methodology for project management, but actually this is maturity level assurance, yes, so we need to design the quality for our customer, yes, and the outcomes. As we can see, VDA 6.3 can be a nice tool. Thank you, Pedro, for answering to this question. And let me invite you for another question. Let's maybe discuss in another episode about potential analysis. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.